we have been seeing flash floods going on all over the state, and here with some tips on what to do and not to do with a flooded car is the man himself who sits crooked but talks straight to us about car care. It's Shahay of Mazvo. And Shahay, how are you doing?
I'm doing great, sir. It's a beautiful day out, is it?
It does look beautiful, but at night we've been seeing the flash flooding, things going on. It's
Yes.
monsoon time, so we got some things here. I'm going to throw them out to you, and you give me the rundown on them. The first one I want to talk about is Easy Cowboy. What's Easy Cowboy?
Easy Cowboy means that when you're driving and you see flooded water, you know in your heart that it's not really good to drive through and in. But most people assume that if you drive fast enough through it, that you'll just get right by and it'll be okay. Absolutely false. Actually, what you're doing is you're creating a momentum of that water to flush and hydroplane, and it will fishtail the vehicle to one side. It's extremely dangerous. Do not try and drive fast through any floodwaters.
All right, next one I see is no heavy or hard braking.
Yes, hard braking and heavy braking is one of the biggest reasons for hydroplaning as well. Again, you're there, you think, oh, if everything's fine, all of a sudden you're in deeper water, you slam on the brakes. That's not good. The right way to drive or brake in flooded driving is to actually let go of the accelerator cable and just let the momentum and the weight of the vehicle just slow down. Then you can assist by applying the brake gently to help stop it, rather than just slamming on the brakes. So don't do that.
Got it. Okay. I like this one. Wet rolls is not a side hustle.
Yes, it is true. Everybody assumes, and we all think, well, stay to the right because if something happens, it's going to be all right. I'll just be able just drive off and be fine. But actually, the right side of the road is where Arizona, especially the crown, to help water flow, is the heaviest of waters. So try and avoid being on the right side while driving in rainy weather. Stay in the middle lane because that's where the highest peak is as it crowns to both sides to help the flow of water irrigate.
Got it, got it. And also, let's talk single file, please.
Yes, again, just like in high school, panic attacks. All of a sudden, you're like, oh, this guy's too slow, that guy's too slow, I'm just going to get out of the way. And you try and weave away and out of your own, creating your own rules of driving. No, single file, stay. Just be patient, because if you do that, the person behind you does it, the other person, all of a sudden, you've got a traffic jam like you're, I don't know, somewhere in Lebanon, maybe?
So. All right, let's talk the do's and don'ts. The first one up is now it's not time to worry about staying cool. What's that mean?
Yeah, basically, if you're stuck, and the vehicle is running and you just can't move, turn the air conditioning off because you're worried, oh my God, it's too hot, at least I'm still sitting here waiting. Do not leave the AC running because that's going to create more load on the vehicle, which could actually suck up more water into the engine. So best thing to do is turn off the engine.
Oh, wow, I didn't realize that. So, okay, with that said, turn off the engine. What about avoid engine restarting?
Exactly. So if you're driving and the vehicle stalls and you're like, oh wow, it was too deep, I didn't realize it killed my car, do not start it, because at that moment, if water got in to kill the car, now it's sitting there waiting to get sucked back in. So if you start it, the intake and everything that's flooded is going to suck it more in, and now you've got complete engine damage, and it's incredibly bad.
Okay. Not the door, the window. What's that mean?
Well, when you're in the car, the first panic is, I got to get out. Well, if you look out the window and see that there's water coming in, if you open the door, you're going to allow more water to come in. If it's closed, it's already sealed, and as the water level comes up, you're still safe inside until you open this door. So don't open the door. Roll the window down, climb out, do a Dukes of Hazzard, and get on the roof or on the hood and wait for help.
Okay. And then this next one, it's not a river to raft in.
Yes, again, it's so silly, but it really is dangerous, and it's factual that if you're in water and you're driving, you're like, oh, it's not that deep. All it takes is 2 inches of water, flowing water, to actually float a 3,000-pound vehicle. So it is not used to be, don't assume that, oh, everything's fine because, look, I can see my tires, the level's only over here, but 2 inches is all it takes equally on all 4 tires to just let this baby just start floating like a raft.
Wow.
So you don't want to do that.
I didn't know that. So, all right, we got to wrap up, but
Yep.
I got one bonus here, and that is I'm stuck by myself demo very quickly.
Yes, I'll do it real quick. So basically, if you're stuck by yourself, the one thing you want to do is put the vehicle in neutral and step out of the vehicle and pull out the seatbelt all the way as far as it goes. Close the door. Get yourself in the seat harness, reach in, and you by yourself will be able to push the car by pulling on the seatbelt with your momentum of weight to get the vehicle off the road if there's no help for you.
Wow. I like that. I like that. And also, let's remind people that we do have a Arizona law that if you go through that water, you are fined.
There's a reason why it says do not enter when flooded.
So there it is right there. Shahe, I love this. You're giving all these tips. I also love that your book is it coming out soon? When's the book come?
Yes, we are hoping that it's slated for either the end of August at this moment. You know, editing happens and fonts and this and that, so I'm hoping by the end of August it'll be ready. It's carconfidential.net.
I love it. And then tell them where they can, of course, sit crooked and talk straight with you and get their car taken care of.
You have Mazvo Car Care Center, 4610 North 7th Street, just south of Highland on the west side of the road.
Perfect. Shahe, always a pleasure getting those car tips from you. Thank you. So there we go.
Thank you, good sir.
Remember, we do have that dumb driver law here, so watch out as we go through these flood time right now. So, all right, come on back. We got more of the mix right after this.